everyone to the Christian Wrestling Federation. Welcome to CWF Uprising. For those of you that don't know, I'm Bobby Graham and I know things, and one thing I know is we've got a huge night of action in store for you. We have Cannonball Carmichael taking on Ozzy. That's right, the interdenominational champion, even though he had the belt stolen from him by Onslaught last month. They will be in action. We have tag team action as Retro Dewey Declan and Aiden the Dragon Tugboat take on Colt Smith and PFC Graham. But in our main event, we have a dog collar match for the CWF Tex Division Championship as the William Martyr goes one-on-one with the Tex Division champion, K9. I got a question for you guys. Who was here at the last CWF Eternal show? Who saw the Rumble? In case you missed it, we had a 30-man Rumble plus one, and it was won by the ultimate underdog, Omega. He became the CWF champion, only to have it stolen by the Case for Christ owner, Bam Bam Malone. As a special treat to start Uprising, I would like to interview our former CWF champion. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the ultimate underdog, Omega! Omega, welcome to the Lordatorium. Now, I've been watching you for 7 years. You are the ultimate underdog. We saw you just a few months ago get your first championship as the interdenominational champion, and then you did the unthinkable just a few weeks ago. You outlasted 30 other men to become the CWF champion. That was impressive. But then, just as quickly as you'd won it, we had this amazing feel-good moment where legitimately I was in tears. Bam Bam Malone comes out, hits you with the Case for Christ, and steals the CWF title from you. Now, I want to know, and the CWF faithful want to know, two things. One, how did it feel to become CWF champion? And two, since Bam Bam stole your title, what are your plans to get it back?
for somebody who knows things, you sure ask a lot of questions. So, Bobby already explained, but knowing the average IQ of everybody in this building, and the fact that I am the smartest man in the building, you can argue all you want, but I proved it on March 2nd. I used my rematch clause to get entered into a 30-man rumble where I was number 31, and I knew where this man was the whole time. However, you know, Bobby, you may be right. You may be right that Bam Bam Malone stole the night from Omega. You may be right that Bam Bam Malone stole, even though he had a briefcase that gave him the right to challenge for that belt at any time and any place. And you may be right that it stole the moment from Omega that he will never, ever have back again. But you know what, Omega? Now you know what it feels like. Now you know how it feels to have something stolen from you. Because you stole my night. You stole my victory. You stole my title. You refer to him as the ultimate underdog. I refer to him as, you must be this tall to ride this ride. The little engine that could. But now you've got another name to add to your list of monikers, Omega. And that is Thief. So, if you want to stand in this ring with Ryan Hart, who is a multiple-time former CWF champion, and you think you've got what it takes to be the CWF champion. Omega, if you think you've got what it takes to hang with a champion and to be a champion, you want to prove it right here, right now?
Let's do it. Ryan Hart, it sounds like he accepted.
My boots are laced, I'm ready, let's do it.
Beard, you're the authority figure here, sir. What do you say?
Sir Ryan Hart, you want Omega here, right tonight. Yes?
Did I stutter?
I just want to make sure that we all heard you clearly. Okay. Omega, the challenge has been thrown down. If I heard you right, you just accepted, yes? What do you guys think? Do we let him fight? Alright, so here's the deal. If we're going to do this right, we need a referee. Okay? And based on your character, and the character that I know Omega has, I think it's only fitting that we bring out a friend of Omega's. Referee Aaron Scott, you mind, owners?
Wow, welcome everyone to CWF Uprising. I'm Bobby Graham and I know things.
When you're ready, ring the bell.
And with that, Beard makes it official. We have our opener as Ryan Hart versus Omega. Ryan Hart issued the challenge. Now he seems upset because Beard...
Hey, Aaron, you got any problems handling this match with integrity and calling it right down the middle? That's what I thought. Ryan, get in the ring.
Beard just told Ryan Hart, get in the ring. Omega's ready. Ryan Hart in street clothes, complaining about the referee choice by the Director of Authority, Beard, and there is the bell. We have two former CWF champions, and it feels good to say champion in alignment with Omega. But you have Ryan Hart, multiple-time former CWF champion, one of only two men to hold the Four Corners Championship here in CWF, having held all four titles here in CWF proper. He's also held, there's a low knee from Ryan Hart. And Omega caught off guard, got the wind knocked out of him, I think. But Omega, former CWF champion, as we mentioned multiple times now, had it stolen by Bam Bam Malone, who cashed in the Case for Christ at Eternal. Irish whip there, and a big boot. Omega is down once again. Ryan Hart looking very nonchalant right now. Now, granted, he had it planned, I'm sure, to challenge for this match. Omega did not. Omega came out for an interview. He wasn't even scheduled to wrestle tonight. This is just our first match on CWF Uprising. We've got tag team competition later on. We've got Carmichael versus Ozzy and a dog collar match in the main event, and there's a big backdrop to Omega. Ryan Hart goes for the pin. Only a 2 by referee Aaron Scott. Ryan Hart arguing with the referee. Imagine that. And the crowd getting under the skin of the former CWF champion Ryan Hart. Grabs Omega by the face. Goes for a pump handle. Don't see that every day. Pump handle slam. And Omega is down. Only a 2. Nice pin there. Shades of Bret the Hitman Hart. No pun intended, no relation. Ryan Hart arguing with referee Aaron Scott once again. Ryan Hart put the boots to Omega. Now comes the outside. Now he's jaw-jacking with the Director of Authority, the Beard. Now he's arguing with referee Aaron Scott once again. And this is not a wise move. Omega now getting up is calculating him. He's standing on the apron. Ryan Hart arguing with authority. Just never a good idea. Just waiting. And Omega's got him scouted. Goes up. Thesz press. Thesz press onto Ryan Hart. Throws Ryan Hart into the ring. Crowd solidly behind Omega. Omega needs to stay on top of Ryan Hart. Hart, whether you like him or not, is one of the most clever wrestlers in the Christian Wrestling Federation. Irish whip reverse here. Flip over, sunset flip. Only a 2. Omega counters, and he blocks. Rolls him up, schoolboy. Ryan Hart folded in half, but still only a 2. Ducks the line, goes. He's going for a crucifix. His third time the charm. Only a 2, no. 3 pinfall attempts, so close. Now a kick to the midsection. Shawbreaker. Maybe that'll shut him up. Running Bulldog by Omega. The ultimate underdog now scouting Ryan Hart. Irish whip into the corner. He's going to go in for that patented clothesline. Yes, he is. Gets the clothesline. He's going up top. He's going to hit the crossbody. Is he going to hit a splash? Ryan Hart is down. Here's your chance, Omega. Big splash and a miss. Nobody home. Both men down.
Omega writhing in pain. He went up into the high rate district and it did not pay off. Ryan Hart pointing like he's got something figured. Oh, because he outsmarted and played possum. Goes for his heart attack. Countered. Goes for a code breaker. Code breaker was countered. Omega code. It's turned into a Boston Crab. Ryan Hart looking for the submission. Omega crawling his way to that bottom rope. Ryan Hart just drags him dead center of the ring. Now it's more like a Walls of Jericho. The way he's got that back arched. I could not blame Omega if he taps out. This causes excruciating pain. But Omega fighting, trying to make his way through. The crowd solidly behind the Ultimate Underdog. Referee Aaron Scott checking. That's 2, 1 more, and it'll be a TKO. No, Omega's got fight. Omega's still going. He's still fighting. He is crawling. Desperately trying to grab that bottom rope to break the hold. He gets the bottom rope. Referee Aaron Scott telling Ryan Hart to break the hold. Hart refusing. He's risking disqualification. He's at 5. He got disqualified. He would not break the hold.
By disqualification, Omega!
Ryan Hart looks furious. He can't believe he actually got disqualified. Now he's grabbing Aaron Scott by the shirt. That's going to be a fine. Now he's straightening out. Maybe he's giving it a second thought. He said, "I'm sorry." I didn't know that was in Ryan Hart's vocabulary. What is going on here? He's actually he's getting on his knees and apologizing? Did he have a change of heart? No pun intended. Oh! Right in the pleasure treasure. Oh my goodness. Right in the Scott's tots. And he is down. He's going to be singing soprano for a while. Ryan Hart making his way back to the locker room. Referee Aaron Scott writhing in pain. Omega, worse for the wear as well. They're spending several minutes in the Walls of Jericho. Both men hurting, both men down. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just the first match here on Uprising. So to come, we've got tag team actions. We see Cole Smith and POC Graham take on Aiden the Dragon Tugboat and Retro Dewey Declan. We've got Cannonball Carmichael taking on his singles debut, taking on Ozzy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and a don't go match in the main event.
There are conversations to be had about Ryan Hart this week. But at this time, I would like to take the honor and the privilege to introduce to you all the founder of CWF, the president, the Jesus freak, Rob Vaughn.
All right, man, it's always good to be in the Lordatorium, and it's good to see all your faces. Man, did we not have gorgeous weather today? Was that not awesome? Beautiful spring day, and man, we are just we're so blessed to live out here in such a beautiful city with no traffic and beautiful water, and it is just the best. You know, we are coming up, I don't know if you know this or not, but coming up in May, we're going to be celebrating 24 years of the Christian Wrestling Federation. And so we always have a big night at CWF, and we got somebody we're inducted into the CWF Hall of Fame, and we will, tell some stories from our past, and I need to get this book written because we have so many stories. And tonight we're going to tell you a story that connects us to one of our new CWF wrestlers, and it's pretty amazing how God works it all out. So at this time, let's give a warm CWF welcome to Cannonball Carmichael.
This is the singles debut for This is the debut for Cannonball Carmichael for interviews. He's having his singles debut later on tonight against Ozzy. We saw him in the Rumble on Eternal. It was actually pretty impressive. Turn the heads of the powers that be here. The Christian Wrestling Federation gets an opportunity here tonight on Uprising.
Well, Cannonball, you are not short on personality whatsoever. To pull that outfit off is amazing. And so, I want to tell you the story that connects us. So he was here for the 30-man Holy Rumble. And so we're talking and we're getting to know each other, and we come to find out that, so the very first year, back in 2000, the very first summer of CWF, we are going to Gulf Shores, Alabama, and we're doing a church camp for Second Baptist Church of Houston. Has anybody here ever heard of Second Baptist Church Houston? All right. Anybody know who might the pastor be at Second Baptist Church of Houston? I know you do. Yeah. Who is it?
Dr. Ed Young?
Like Ed Young Sr., not the cool young Ed Young Jr. that has all the stuff going on here in the metro. This is Ed Young. He's right up there with Billy Graham, with W.A. Criswell. I mean, this dude is it. And so we go in to Gulf Shores, Alabama, and so I didn't realize the gravity of how big this thing was, meeting Ed Young Sr. And so we get there, and we're talking, we're going over, what the show's going to be. We're telling him and stuff. And all of a sudden, Ed Young goes, I want to get involved tonight. You do? Yes. So, Ed, we're back there going through our bags, and we are pulling out, we find some wrestling gear. You got to remember, this guy is a runner, a distance runner, so he's about this big around. And trying to put wrestling gear on somebody like that is very difficult. And then he wants a mask. And so he's trying on masks back there. And then he says, I want a limo. So they get a limo. And so at the end of the night, I'm in the main event, this limo pulls up the ringside. Now we're talking, there's probably, how many, 800-900 kids go to camp? More? Maybe 1,000 kids or more are at this high school church camp. And so the limo pulls up. It's right next to the ring. The kids are all looking. They can't see who's in it. The match is going on. So I win the match. My hands raised. I'm standing up there. All of a sudden, the heels jump in, and just 3 of them. Boom, boom, boom. They're laying it to me and beating me down. And then all of a sudden, the limo door opens. The man steps out, walks up the steps, gets in the ring, grabs each of them one at a time, tosses them over the top rope, helps me up off the mat, raises my hand in victory, and everybody's kind of like, yeah, nice. And then all of a sudden, he takes the mask off. When the kids see that it's Ed Young Sr., the place erupts. You could have heard it all the way down the beach down there. And so it was something else. And so before we went out, so that was cool, okay? But I'm getting to it. And so before we went out that night, we were in the back and we're praying before the show goes over. And so we're about to pray. So Ed has tried on his loose-fitting wrestling gear. He's trying on a mask. He still has a mask on. And so hey, we need to pray when we get started with the show. And so Ed Young says, I'll pray. So we all join hands. I'm standing on this side of him, and I'm holding hands with Ed Young Sr., and he is praying with wrestling gear and a mask on. Who else in this room has done that? That's right. And so we are praying, and he is praying. And have you ever been anywhere in church or in a group prayer or something, and you feel the Holy Spirit literally go through your body, where it is just, I mean, it's like no other feeling you've ever had. And I felt that in his prayer that night. So as soon as the prayer is over, he says amen. I walk over slowly to Tim Storm. Tim Storm is standing around, and I go, I believe I just got saved again tonight. It was that powerful. So all that to say this, his dad was on staff that night with the youth group. Cannonball was a whopping 4 years old at that time, which I haven't gotten any older. He just got a little older. He just grew up a little bit. And so it was really cool. He went back and asked his dad, do you remember that? And he goes, that's the group you're wrestling with? And he says, yes. He goes, that is amazing that they are around after all these years. But his dad, of course, he's moved up and into other pastor positions there at the church. But that's one of the cool stories I want to share with the connection that we have. And so we were talking, and he was telling me about, getting saved at a young age, growing up in church. But man, as you know, we have all had struggles. We have all had fallen away. So, but tell us something about that tattoo there, though. Was that your first tattoo?
This was my first tattoo. So it's Galatians 3:23. Whatever you do, work heartily, as in the service of the Lord and not man. Or as my dad would say, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing for the Lord. So
now, we have all, like I said, we've all had some struggles we've gone through, haven't we? We've all had times where we don't feel as close to God as we have or should be. But a youth minister told me years and years ago, if you don't feel close to God, who moved? Who moved? And so I'm sure you felt like that at times, but tell us what's going on now.
Well, my relationship with God isn't exactly where it's supposed to be. I think I realized that it wasn't my relationship with God. It was what my dad thought my relationship with God should be. So every day I'm striving to build my own relationship with God, to come closer and come to my own understanding of what He wants me to do with my life.
Man, isn't that so perfect? You reach that point where you can't live off your parents' faith anymore. You step out into your own, and just like the Bible says, we start out with milk and we move on to meat. That's what we want to do. That is our goal. Yes, very much. So that's one of the stories from the vault right there. So this is our connection to Ed Young Sr. So if you don't know about Ed Young, I would highly advise you look him up, because man, this guy is absolutely amazing. All right, so Cannonball, you go back. You got to get ready. Big match with Ozzy coming up later. And so we're going to move on here in just a second to some more wrestling. And so in May, you're going to be seeing a lot of promotion coming up in May for that anniversary show. It is going to be fantastic. We're going to announce probably at the end of this month, first of next month, who the induction into the CWF Hall of Fame is going to be, and I promise you, it's going to be somebody that you like, and you're not going to want to miss it that night. You definitely are going to want to be here for it. And 24 years, oh my gosh, that is just, I look back, it's been amazing, an amazing run, 24 years. So, all right, I'm going to turn it back over to the beard, and we're going to get you to our next match. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Jesus Freak.
Jesus!
So who's ever missed a CWF show and been like, man, I really wish I could have made it to the Lordatorium, but my dog needed a bath, or my kids got sick, right? You know, who's ever not been here but wanted to be here? I got good news for you, okay? Here's the deal. Every single show is taped. Every single show makes it to YouTube within a week, but you gotta go catch it. And if you don't go catch that show, the next time you show up here in the Lordatorium, you're missing something. You may not have seen Omega get robbed of the title. Let me tell you, if you weren't here, you missed something. But if you missed something, there's always an opportunity to catch it on the rebound on YouTube. With that being said, you didn't come here to hear me talk.
I sure did.
I didn't come here to hear me talk. I want to see some wrestling. So let's get a wrestler on here. Our next match will be a tag team match. And our first wrestler.
We've got tag team action. We're gonna see Colt Smith, POC Graham take on Aiden the Dragon Tugboat and Retro Dewey Declan.
Weighing in at 235 pounds. From San Antonio, Texas. Colt Smith.
One of the most hated here on CWF Uprising is Colt Smith. His sense of entitlement, his demand for respect, but doing nothing to earn it, has made the fans despise him. So he fits right in with PFC Graham. A little bit of history here. The two of them.
And his tag team partner. Weighing in at 230 pounds. From Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, it's PFC Graham.
These two were forced their way into a fatal four-way tag match to determine the #1 contenders for the CWF tag titles last month at Uprising. The spot was supposed to be for Dewey and Aiden, and as they made their way to the ring, they were attacked by these two, who declared themselves part of the match. Dewey and Aiden came out and ended up costing them the match, which was won by Property Yourself. So Property Yourself, your new #1 contender for the tag team titles, they will take on Bible Club at a later date. But meanwhile, the events of last month's Uprising have resulted in this match. So we're going to see Colt Smith and PFC Graham. Oh, great. Beard, why did you... Oh, he snatched it from Beard.
Get this lady out of here.
I can wait till y'all are done. Well, y'all got done quick. Let me take you on a little stroll down memory lane. The last time Colt Smith and I tagged together, we were in the tournament for the CWF Tag Team Championships.
It was a fatal four-way match. Sharp as a marble, this guy is.
And we were killing it. We had our match won until two stupid, know-nothing rookie competitors decided to get in our business. I'm talking about Dewey Declan and Aiden the Dragon. So tonight, we are going to teach them a lesson about what happens when you get involved in business that does not concern you.
What a convenient memory, as they're the ones who attacked Dewey and Aiden in the first place.
I finally got a real fan in the house. This guy's wearing my name on his hoodie. Champion! But I am disappointed to see the rest of you.
Pretty sure
As
they're
always, a bunch of Salvation Army food stamp Rockwall fans. Bunch of like the crying, whining failures like Bear Brown and
Really?
Jesus Freak.
Wow.
Why don't we get 2 more failures out here right now so we can end them?
I don't know that I would call Dewey Declan and Aiden the Dragon Tugboat failures. They are 2 promising young talents here on Uprising.
Their first opponent. Weighing in 100
Aiden the Dragon Tugboat, one of the hottest young talents here on CWF Uprising, a recent graduate of the CWF Wrestling School. He has been thoroughly impressive. Kid is just 20 years of age. And a Muay Thai background, those impressive, educated kicks got him very far in the Holy Rumble last month. Just thoroughly impressive.
and his teammate. Weighing in at 230 pounds. Straight from County Small in 1987,
Retro Dewey Declan. I just love watching this guy. He just makes me feel good. Maybe because I love the 90s. Maybe it's the positivity. I don't know. But I just thoroughly enjoy Retro Dewey Declan. You just can't help but smile when you see this guy. And besides that, he's a pretty good wrestler too. Looking forward to seeing these 2 battle it out in a legitimate fight. No cheap shots from either side. They got a fair shot to prove they belong in the conversation when it comes to tag team contendership.
We're in a building. Why are you wearing sunglasses?
Referee Haas trying to push Colt Smith back until the match starts. Looks like Aiden the Dragon Tugboat will be starting for his team. Who's going to start for Colt and POC Graham? Both of them are egocentric, but both of them want to do as little as possible to still get the win. And it's going to be POC Graham, an 18-year veteran, former CWF champion, second longest reigning CWF champion in the company's history. He held the title for over 2 years. And he's telling referee Haas to check the kick pads of Aiden the Dragon Tugboat, looking for a foreign object. Nope. His legs are just that hard. When he kicks you, I have seen him just rock people with those kicks. Very educated feet. Aiden the Dragon Tugboat. POC Graham looking to get in the mind of the rookie. Collar and elbow tie up here. I think the size and strength advantage is going to go to POC Graham, as well as the experience, but the speed and athleticism definitely in the favor of the Dragon. Shove to the corner, referee telling him don't pull the hair and get him out of the corner. Now Colt saying that Aiden pulled POC Graham's hair. It was ridiculous. Feeling out process here early in this tag team match. Just our second match of the night. We still have Ozzy versus Cannonball Carmichael, who we saw earlier. And now look at the disrespect. POC Graham just paintbrushing Aiden the Dragon Tugboat, taking liberties with the rookie. I think he might end up paying for that later if Aiden has anything to say about it. I think he's going to let his feet do the talking. Now look at this. POC Graham and Cole just taunting the crowd. They need to be focused on their opponents, because if they don't take these 2 seriously, they're going to end up on the losing end of this match. And now Colt just comes in and attacks Aiden from behind. What a jerk. PFC Graham taking advantage. Big club to the back of Aiden. Aiden the Dragon. And a second shot there by PFC Graham. That was a vicious shot by Colt Smith. But look at this. Oh, knee to the face. Just kicked the taste out of his mouth. Irish whip reversed. Aiden comes in with a clothesline. Misses one kick, gets him with the second one. Not sure he got all of it, but he might have. My goodness, now there's a tag to Dewey Declan. Retro Dewey Declan makes his way into the ring. Are we going to see a double team move? What do we got here? Aiden going for a suplex. Suplex. Aiden comes in. Warrior splash. Warrior splash. Only a 2. PFC Graham makes his way back to the corner. If I was him, I would tag out right now. Colt gets the tag. Colt Smith makes his way into the ring. Colt versus Dewey. Goes to shake hands. No dice there. Dewey trying to be a good sport. Nope. And a hip toss. That took Colt off his feet. Colt can't believe it. We got a collar and elbow tie once again. Colt pushing Dewey back to the corner, back to a neutral corner. Referee Haas checking to make sure. A clean break. Knee to the midsection. No clean break. This is Colt Smith we're talking about. Still to come, ladies and gentlemen, in our main event, we have a dog collar match, which is no disqualifications, no countouts. Both men, Martyr and Canine, will be attached by a 15-foot rope, and then both that are attached to leashes, dog collars that both are on. Both are attached to. So there is no escaping. There is no running. And that is for the Texas Division Championship. And look at the reversal there by Dewey Declan. Colt Smith can't seem to get his wits about him. Also still to come, we have Cannonball Carmichael versus the current interdenominational champion, Ozzy. Now, Ozzy is technically the interdenominational champion. However, the physical title, the championship belt, was stolen by Onslaught last month, specifically by Hostage Hirsch, who is claiming that he is the champion. Colt Smith now telling Dewey Declan that he's going down. He goes under, waistlock. Counter, waistlock by Dewey. Going for strength here, and a nice takedown there. Retro takedown into a headlock. Dewey Declan with the headlock now has the advantage. Colt makes his way up to his feet. Now a tag by Dewey to Aiden the Dragon Tugboat. Couple of shots in the midsection, pushes him back to the corner. He's got till 5 to get out of the ring. Irish whip. There he goes, and he's gonna whip Aiden in. Clothesline with authority. And one from Dewey. Colt Smith is down. Can Aiden capitalize? He goes for the pin. Only a 2. Once again, Aiden the Dragon Tugboat and Dewey Declan, both in their rookie years, so the experience advantage you see there. But Colton, PFC Graham, but look at the educated feet. Educated feet of Aiden the Dragon Tugboat. Then he hits a DDT. Is that going to be enough? I don't think that was wise. He didn't have his eyes on PFC Graham, who was starting to get in the ring. Thankfully for Colt, he was able to get up without the assistance. You see a tag to Dewey Declan. Dewey with a big body slam. Only a 2. And he goes for a second one. And an elbow drop for good measure. Right to the chest of Colt Smith. Elbow drop number 2. One more for good measure. Is that going to be enough? He hooks the leg. Pulls all the way back. Great pin attempt there by Dewey Declan, but not enough to get Colt Smith down. Colt Smith, a graduate of the Texas Wrestling Academy, trained by Rudy Boy Gonzalez. Dewey Declan with the Irish whip out of the corner. I think he's going to go charging in. He goes running for a Stinger Splash. Stinger Splash. He says he's going for one more. Drop toe hold right in the middle turnbuckle. That. Woo. Dewey Declan face first into the turnbuckle. Arm wrench there into a Russian leg sweep. Nice combination. Going for a pin, but only a 2. He needs to get Dewey away from that corner. Now he's just choking him right in front of his tag partner. Only going to a 4 count. Realizing that a 5 would get him disqualified, as we saw earlier with Ryan Hart getting disqualified against Omega. Leapfrog. Dropkick by Colt Smith. He got all of that one. He says it's over. 2 count only. Dewey desperately needs to make a tag to the fresh Aiden the Dragon tugboat. You see the Dragon just wince as he saw his partner slam face first into the turnbuckle again. There you see a tag to PFC Graham. There he stomped with a mud hole into Dewey, choking him with his boot. Comes over, he's taunting Aiden. He's saying, hey, watch this. Now Colt holding him in the corner. Double team going on here. Knocks Aiden down. Puts his running missile dropkick in the corner. He's going for that Half Nelson facebuster. Only a 2. Crowd getting behind Dewey. He desperately needs a tag. Speaking of tags, there's one to Colt Smith. Great teamwork here by the veterans. Colt shoots Dewey into the ropes. Goes for a clothesline duck. Second one duck. Goes around. Belly to back. Belly to back. This is your chance. You need to get in. You need to make the tag to Aiden. If the Dragon gets in, it could be the end for Colt Smith and PFC Graham. But Dewey desperately needs to make the tag. I don't think Dewey knows where he's at right now. Referee Haas up to 5. Colt almost there. Colt makes the tag to PFC Graham. Dewey, he gets it. Aiden's in. Aiden is in. PFC Graham didn't realize it. Clothesline to Graham. Clothesline to Colt. Running back elbow to Graham. And one for Colt. Spinning kick, almost a front leg sweep. tosses Colt Smith out. Big stomp to the back of PFC Graham. Aiden the Dragon Tugboat is on fire. Dragon now sizing up Graham. Oh, good night. He just kicked him right in the temple. Pin him, kid. He's tagging Dewey back in. I don't think this was a wise move. I think he could have pinned PFC Graham after that kick. Kick was straight to the temple. Now we got Colt climbing up. Hit the midsection. Oh! Talk about bad timing. He just got him in the Dewey Decimals. Aiden's thrown over the top rope. Back in my day, that was a disqualification. A superb kick by Colt Smith. Into the GKO.
The team of Colt Smith and PFC Graham.
Colt Smith and PFC Graham pick up the win here tonight on Uprising. But what a showing by Dewey and Aiden, especially Aiden. That kid, I'm telling you, mark my words, I'm Bobby Graham and I know things. That kid is going far. He's got the look, he's got lightning quick feet, he's got intensity with everything he does. That kid is destined for gold. But tonight comes up short against PFC Graham and Colt Smith. Still to come, we've got Cannonball Carmichael making his singles debut against the Teen Angst Aussie. We also have the dog collar match for the Tex Division title as Martyr takes on the CWF Tex Division champion, K9. PFC Graham and Colt Smith more than happy to jaw-jack with the crowds. Like their heads needed to get any bigger. They picked up this win and they are feeling great. They are rubbing it in the faces of the CWF faithful right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, who is ready for match number 3? I can't do that without wrestlers. So let's get one out here. Weighing in at 240 pounds. Shot straight out of a cannon into the heart of boys and girls everywhere. Cannonball Carmichael.
He is straight out of cannon. Cannonball Carmichael making his singles debut. He's a graduate of Lions Pride. As mentioned, had a great showing in the Holy Rumble last month on Eternal. And he's making his Uprising debut here tonight. And what a challenge he has up against him. Taking on the interdenominational champion, the Teen Angst Aussie. Very interesting outfit here by Cannonball Carmichael. He's got great energy.
His opponent. And your CWF International from Farmersville, Pennsylvania. The Team Angst,
Ozzy, the interdenominational champion, coming to the ring. You will see, while he is the champion, he does not have the championship, as that was stolen on February 25th by Onslaught, led by Hostage Hirsch, who has been taunting Ozzy. He stole the title in clear daylight. I've spoken with Hostage. He says, and I quote, he's willing to give Ozzy a shot at the title, but he's going to have to earn it. Cannonball sitting there with the fans. Referee Aaron Scott saying Cannonball needs to get back in. And there's the bell. The match is underway. Crowd solidly behind Ozzy. Nothing against Cannonball, but Ozzy is a favorite. Got a Cannonball chant. Respect shown by Cannonball Carmichael. Collar elbow tie up here. Headlock by the Teen Angst. Shot to the midsection and a second one. Shoot to the ropes. Shoulder. Cannonball-like shoulder there on Cannonball Carmichael. Doing a little bit too much posing though. Don't think this is wise. Drop down. Leapfrog. Drop kick by the Teen Angst Ozzy. Cannonball is rocked. Referee Aaron Scott officiating this match. He's in a unfavorable position earlier thanks to Ryan Hart. See a sign of sportsmanship there. Collar and elbow tie-up. Cannonball with the size and strength advantage, I think. Pushing Ozzy back to the corner. And a clean break. Woo! Shocked Ozzy. I think he hurt his own hand with that one. Twisting the arm. Nice move. Irish whip into the corner. Running lariat. Thought he was going to go for overhead, but the side belly to belly with authority. Only a 2. Now you see a front chancery by Cannonball. Goes into a suplex. Countered there by the Teen Angst. Into a waistlock. Countered. Jockeying for position. Ozzy pushes him back to the ropes. Springs up. He can't seem to escape that waistlock. Grabbing the head. What is he going for? It looks like if he flipped back, it'd be an Osaka street cutter. Nope. He went for his sling blade. Countered. Into a front chancery once again. By the interdenominational champion. Grabs him in. Irish whip. Takes him down a second time. Ducks the line. Sling blade. The Teen Angst. Ozzy hits the sling blade. Is he calling for a Superman punch? Oh. Cannonball looks like he might be hurt. Referee Aaron Scott telling him to push back. Checking to see if he's okay. Okay, Cannonball looks back to his feet. Kick to the midsection. Big forearm there by the ID champion. Couple right hands. Got him in the corner. Referee telling him to get out. He's got to the count of 5. Irish whip reversed. Ozzy into the corner. Ducks it. Oh, elbow right to the temple. Second shot. Head first into the turnbuckle. Right hand's kick to the midsection. The second one. He's down in the corner. Cannibal Carmichael not in a good position here. Ozzy picks him back up, hits a European. Shoots him into the corner with authority. And a splash by the Teen Angst. Front headlock. He was going for an implant DDT. Countered. Wrist lock. T-bone variation by Cannonball. Desperation pin did not have enough weight over the shoulders of the Teen Angst Ozzy. The interdenominational champion able to kick out there. Both men down, both men hurting. Who is going to get to their feet first? The crowd chanting for Ozzy. Ozzy feeding off the crowd here at the Lordatorium, the CWF faithful cheering him on. Both men exchanging right hands while they're on their knees. Back and forth. And Cannonball is down. Ozzy very wisely pulling him to the middle of the ring so he couldn't grab the rope. But I think that little bit of hesitation, that little bit of time gave Cannonball enough energy to kick out. It was a calculated risk by the Teen Angst. Did not pay off at that moment. Now, speaking of risk, he is going up to the high rent district. This is where he is most comfortable. He is on the top rope. Cross body. Cannonball tried to catch it. Rolled him. Great ring awareness by Ozzy. Grabbing the bottom rope. He went for the crossbody. Ozzy went for the crossbody. Cannonball tried to reverse it. I think they got all of it. Ozzy telling him to bring it to the outside. Oh! It's just, wow. Shots fired. I don't know why Ozzy called that to the outside, but I don't think it paid off. Cannonball got the better of that exchange, but he is dazed as well. Shot to the right, shot right hand to the head there. They're just trading blows back and forth. Forearms there, they're just going at it. Oh! Belly to back by Cannonball Carmichael. Now, Cannonball chant. And an Ozzy chant. Nice vertical suplex by Cannonball Carmichael. Is that going to be enough? No, only a 2. Cannonball trying to get the crowd behind him. He's going up top. Now the Cannonball chant. What's he going to do? He's on the top rope. He's going to take too much time. That senton did not work. Took too much time. Ozzy says it's over. Oh! 187 variation. Ozzy gets the win.
The interdenominational champion, the Teen Angst,
Ozzy, the interdenominational champion, with the win. Hard-fought match. Cannonball Carmichael gave it all he had. At the end of the day, your winner, the teenaged Ozzy. I am anxious to see what happens in Ozzy's quest to get the physical title back from Hostage Hirsch and the other members of Onslaught, as I know that has been driving him insane. First he had the Case for Christ stolen from him, then he had the Interdenominational Championship stolen from him. But your winner tonight is Ozzy. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have our main event. We have a dog collar match coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. For the CWF debut, that was Cannonball Carmichael. I really do hope we get to see that match again. But tonight, it's time for our main event.
Main event time.
This match has been a long time coming.
Yes, it has.
And will be contested under dog collar match rules. Both wrestlers will have a dog affixed to their necks with a 15-foot rope in between them. If either wrestler removes their collar, they will be disqualified and the championship will change hands. Outside of that, the only way to win this match is via pinfall or submission. This match is for the CWF Tex Division Championship. Your challenger. Weighing in at 245 pounds. From Louisiana, and accompanied by his manager, Jason Diamond. This is the William Martyr.
William Martyr led to the ring by Jason Diamond, the former Tex Division champion, lost to K9 on December 2nd in a match that he swears up and down was a fluke. He tried to get it back in January, came up short, viciously assaulted K9 to the point he was injured, was suspended for the month of February, then made this challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jason Diamond, the counsel for the William Martyr. Now, William, we issued a challenge for K9, and it is a dog collar match. Now, Rob, where are you? Hey, Rob, if Peter calls, we would cover all expenses and all fees for animal cruelty. Now, also, we have a special gift for that mud in the back. Will you? Here, boy. Come and get it. There you go. Come on, boy. Come on, little K9.
Really?
Come on, you can do it. Come on, boy. Come on. You're a good boy, ain't you? Come on, Philo. You know you want it. You want it, don't you? This is the only thing you take home tonight. Come on now.
Really?
Yeah, boy. Come on.
There's an actual dog over there. It might work with that dog.
Katie, you over there? Wow.
You want me to try? Let me see if I can get him out here. Weighing in at 180 pounds, Colorado, Texas, CWF Tex Division Champion.
The Tex Division champion, K9, is in the house. This is his kind of match. I'm surprised the William Martyr would challenge him to a dog collar match. K9 says that he is the top dog in CWF. That Tex Division title proves it. K9 had some choice words for William Martyr and for Jason Diamond on social media when he accepted that challenge. Very impressive athlete. He just throws the dog toy at Jason Diamond. He throws the dog toy out in the crowd. Referee Hans Blocker holding the championship high in the air. That is what tonight is all about. That is what the main event here is for. Is the Tex Division Championship. Referee Hans Blocker checking the collar, making sure it's attached. They just throw the collar over to K9. K9 needs to attach it before the match can officially begin. Referee adjusting the collar to put it on K9. Now these two men, if either one of them takes the collar off, they will be disqualified. Other than that, there's no disqualifications. There's no countouts. It is pinfall or submission only. It's for the Tex Division title. He uses that to his advantage. Quick hip toss. Lands on his feet. Arm drag there. So this is used to keep your opponent from escaping, but it can also be used to bring him closer to you. Nice running knee by K9. Just lays him out. Only a 2. It can also be used, it can be used as a weapon as well. Crowd chanting for K9. Gets him up in TKO position. Martyr counters. Shows him off. K9 goes on top. Oh, and just whips him with the rope. Across the chest. Oh! That hurt. He whips him again. As I said, it can be used as a weapon. He throws him out over the middle rope, and now he's choking him over the rope. He's just dangling there. Look at Jason Diamond just taunting. Martyr telling him to get in. Now Jason's holding him. Referee Hausbacher can't do anything because there's no disqualification. Being choked. Oh! Hit to the midsection there. Martyr taunting the fans, and K9's wife and children are in the audience. It's got to be difficult for them to watch. Oh! That left a welt. Oh my goodness. And I know this is no disqualification, but it's not supposed to be a handicap match. Jason Diamond in there helping his client. Ooh. DDT. Vintage DDT. Only a 2 for the William Martyr. The crowd chanting for K9, the current Tex Division champion. Will he still be champion at the end of the night? Time will tell. Big boot. Oh! Low blow with the rope into a backstabber. Just got Martyr in the maters and then got into the backstabber, and now he whips him. Martyr getting a taste of his own medicine, being whipped with that rope. Crowd chanting for K9. Springboards off into a crossbody. Beautiful move. Look at the strength of William Martyr, though. He's able to roll through into a fall-away slam. beautiful fall away by the William Martyr. Going for a pin. Only a 2. He's grabbing the rope again, and now he's trying to choke K9 again. K9 fighting wisely. Shoots him there. Rolling snapmare. That was beautiful. Wow. I don't know I've seen that move before, but that was impressive. K9, I'm thoroughly impressed with the athleticism of the champions here on Uprising. Between the ID champion Ozzy and the Tex Division champion K9, I'd like to see those two in a champion versus champion match, honestly. Those two are so athletic. Only a 2. But will K9 still be champion after tonight? That is the question. Because he has quite a task against him with the bigger, stronger Martyr, who also has, vicious shot there. K9, who has Jason Diamond in his corner. Now he's choking K9 with his boot. K9 fighting it off. Stomped by the William Martyr. Jason Diamond just taunting there. Now he's choking him yet again. I don't know what's worse, getting choked with this rope or having Jason Diamond yelling at you. K9 had some pretty... I can't blame Jason Diamond though. K9 had some pretty rude things to say about Jason Diamond on Facebook, saying that he was a cross between Beetlejuice and radio. Seems to be tying up K9. The other part of this match is, fans said the other shots were weak. He made up for it with that one. One problem with this match is getting tied up. You try and do a move, and depending on how bodies twist and turn, you can end up tied up in the rope yourself. He's got him up top. Is he going for a superplex? You can see the welts. You can see the marks on the back of K9, who's going, oh, wait a minute, what is he doing here? Is he going sunset flip into a powerbomb? That was beautiful. K9 needs to capitalize on that move. If he gets it over, he needs to hurry up. Desperation pin. And a shot with the cane at the very last second. And I think Jason Diamond realizes he just made a mistake. He's going to chase after him. Oh, thrown into the stairs. I don't think anybody's sad for him now. Oh, shot to the midsection. And to the back. K9 saying, stay out of my business. Gets back in the ring. Hits the ropes. Whirly bird belly to back. Authority. Blue Thunder driver. I thought that was going to be enough. Gets him down. Gets him in a... He's got him in a crippler crossface. He's got him in a crippler crossface, and he's using the rope. Getting the rope out there. I think he's trying to choke him with that as well. He's got the rope across the mouth. K9 just slapped him with the rope. That's an effective way to get out. Where's Jason? Martyr looking for Jason. Jason laid out. You got to win this one by yourself, Martyr. Dragging K9 back in. He says that's it. He's going for the choke bomb. He got an eye rake. And a kick there. Oh, a whip on the. Oh my goodness. Did he hit missed? I think he got some sort of missed. In the face of Martyr. He did. He's got a submission hold on now. He's got him. Is he going to tap? He's out. Martyr is out.
Winner and still your Tex Division champion, K9.
I didn't realize it, but K9 hit the mist. Blinding Martyr, giving him the opportunity to lock in that submission hold. K9 proving that he is indeed the top dog for CWF West Texas. K9, your victor here tonight on Uprising. A hard-fought match. Oh! And he just hit Jason Diamond with the Tex Division title. And nobody feeling an ounce of pity for Jason Diamond. Martyr is down. Diamond is down. K9 still your champion. What a night of action we have had. We saw Ryan Hart lose by disqualification to the former CWF champion Omega. Cole Smith and PMC Graham victorious over Aiden the Dragon Tugboat and Dewey Declan. We saw the ID champion Ozzy defeat Cannibal Carmichael.
To check under the ring for anything.
Wait a minute. Martyr not happy and throws the dog collar at his manager, Jason Diamond. Upset. Diamond did not check under the ring. I guess that's where K9 was hiding the mist. He must have missed it. Ladies and gentlemen, what a night of action we have had here in the Lordatorium. Still to come, we have the beard.
You know, you think that the guy who uses the microphone all the time would remember to grab the microphone if he's going to talk. Who knows what tomorrow is? I heard it over here. Palm Sunday, right? And what's Palm Sunday start? Holy Week, right? We start with Palm Sunday. We move to Maundy Thursday. We have Good Friday. And then we have the best day in the history of the world, Easter. But we don't get to Easter without those other days, right? I want to read straight from this book for just a minute. In Luke 19, as he approached Bethphage and Bethany at the place called Mount of Olives, he sent two of the disciples and said, "Go into the village ahead of you. As you enter it, you will find a colt tied there on which no one has ever sat. Untie it and bring it. And if anyone asks you, 'Why are you untying it?' say, 'The Lord needs it.'" So those two were sent So those who were sent left and found it just as he had told them. And as they were untying the colt, the owner said to them, "Why are you untying the colt? The Lord needs it," they said. Then they brought it to Jesus, and after throwing their clothes on the colt, they helped Jesus get on it. As he was going along, they were spreading their clothes on the road. Now he came near the path down the Mount of Olives, and the whole crowd of the disciples began to praise joyfully with a loud voice for all the miracles they had seen. Keep in mind, Jesus is entering Jerusalem. And the big, massive crowd, not just the 12, but everyone who has been following him for the last 3 years is chanting and singing and praising. "Blessed is the King who comes in the name of the Lord. Peace in heaven and glory in the highest heaven." Some of the Pharisees from the crowd told him, "Teacher, rebuke your disciples." And he answered, "I tell you, if they were to keep silent, the stones would cry out." Ladies and gentlemen, in that moment, Jesus was fulfilling prophecy, riding into Jerusalem on a colt. It's one of the most celebrated moments in Jesus' entire ministry. But the story doesn't end there. Does anybody know where he went immediately after that? In Matthew, Mark, and Luke, they all say that immediately after that he went to the temple. He went into the temple and began to throw out those who were selling, and he said, "It is written, my house will be a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of thieves." He walked in, and everybody was getting ready for Passover. You see, Passover required sacrifices, but not everybody had a lamb to sacrifice. Not everybody had access to doves. And so what they had done is they had created a little bit of a marketplace in the temple. And if you needed a sacrifice, that's where you went. Here's the problem. Those sacrifices were being charged 5, 10, 15 times what they were actually worth. But they were required under Jewish law. So the Jews would go, and they would get robbed out of their money by all these people in the temple. In John it says, the Jewish Passover was near, and so Jesus went up to Jerusalem. In the temple he found people selling oxen, sheep, and doves, and he also found the money changers sitting there. This is where it gets good. After making a whip out of cords, Jesus drove everyone out of the temple with their sheep and oxen. He also poured out the money changers' coins and overturned the tables. He told those who were selling doves, "Get those things out of here. Stop turning my Father's house into a marketplace." I want you guys to imagine this, okay? Jesus goes into the temple, and he sees all of these things happening. He sees people desecrating everything that Jesus is coming to love us for. They're desecrating his Father's house. And he walks in, and I would imagine that he goes, "Hey, I'm going to suggest that you stop doing these things, and that you leave right now. Because if you don't, I'm going to handle business." And then he steps back. And nobody's doing anything. They're going about business the same way. And so he sits back and he starts making a whip. Right then and there. Jesus. Not the weak Jesus that we've seen pictures of, but Jesus who has made a career out of masonry and carpentry. Jesus, who is the cornerstone of everything that we know of. If he did all of those things from a physical labor standpoint, I'd be willing to bet that Jesus was a little jacked. he's just sitting over in the corner making a whip. And then he's done making his whip. Time's up, boys! And he steps back in with that whip and forcefully whips them, driving them out of the temple. Who saw the welts on the back of Canine just now? Those are real. You can't fake that, and I promise you, Jesus was not fake whipping these guys. I imagine he came down with everything he had in righteous anger. And in doing so, he probably offended a few people. And those people that were offended, the Pharisees and the Sadducees and all the dealers, the people that had the oxen and the doves and the sheep, he had just come in and completely wrecked their business. Completely wrecked everything that they had carefully put into place. And 4 days later, those same people were the ones at the front of the crowd as Jesus was walking the street. Crucify him. Crucify him. Crucify him. And when Pilate said, I'll give you Barabbas, a known thief, a known murderer, or I'll give you Jesus, who I can find no fault in. Which one do you want to go free? And the Jews said, give us Barabbas. And so on Good Friday, Jesus took his own whipping, but this time with a cat of nine tails, with shards of glass and rock at the end getting whipped on him, to the point that his back was no longer viewable. And they put a crown of thorns on his head. And they made him carry his own cross all the way up the hill. Now keep in mind that up to this point, that's all extra. He was put up there with two other thieves, murderers. They weren't whipped. They didn't have a crown of thorns on their head. But they were guilty. And Jesus was innocent. And he did that for each and every one of you. He did that for me. It's real easy to get caught up in that story and say, he did it for us. But pause for just a second and make it personal, because he did it for us. But he did it for you. And 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 he did it for me. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to stand here at the show before Easter and tell you that story. And for some of you, that story is new. For some of you, that story may hit a little different tonight. But I want to rewind for just a second. For those of you who have accepted Christ, and this is just a reminder of the decision that you have made, what was the first thing that he did following the celebration of Palm Sunday? The first action that he took after entering Jerusalem that Holy Week, knowing what was about to happen, he went to the temple and he cleared out his father's house. He cleared out the temple. So as we enter this week of Palm Sunday and Maundy Thursday and Good Friday and Easter, as we get through this week, make no mistake, you're going to feel your heart tugged on, because he's going to come into your temple And he's going to point out some tables that maybe you need to overturn in your temple. This is not to be taken lightly. I love what we get to do here. I love watching wrestling. I've been watching wrestling since I was his age. But that's not why I keep coming back to CWF. I keep coming back to CWF because he's real. And the stories that I've just told you, it's real. He really did ride in on a donkey. He really did go flip some tables. He really did get crucified. And he really did resurrect and leave an empty grave. So here in a minute, I'm going to pray. And I'm going to pray for two things. Number one, if you've never prayed the prayer and asked Jesus to come into your heart, if you've never thanked him for suffering for you so that you can spend eternity with him, we're going to pray for that and give you an opportunity to accept him as your Lord and Savior. And number two, if you have done that, or if you're going to do it tonight, this is a second step for you. Be proactive. Invite him into your heart and say, Jesus, what is it? What are the tables in my life that you want flipped? Where is it that I'm defying you? Where is it that I'm not loving others? Show me so that I can flip them and you don't have to. Because if you flip them, it's a whole lot easier. It's a whole lot more comfortable if we flip them than if he has to. But he loves us enough that he's gonna do it. He's going to take care of business. So I'm going to count to three. Or actually, everybody will just bow your heads for just a minute. Father, thank you for everything that you've done for us. Thank you for dying on the cross. Thank you for living a life that nobody can touch, nobody can question. Thank you for dragging that cross up the hill with your back shredded. Thank you for being willing to stay up on that cross when you could have called down a legion of angels to save you. Thank you for raising from the dead. Thank you for wanting a relationship with me. I believe in who you are. I believe in what you've said. I believe in what you've done. Father, I ask that you come in and make me a new person. And Father, as we engage this next week, I want to take a moment and just invite you in and ask you to show me the tables that need to be flipped. Show me where I'm not being all that you asked me to be. And I invite you right now to put a spotlight on the thing that you want to change this week. Your holy name.